on for way too long, and we are constantly making it look like it's a normal way to live. Welcome to today's episode of Because I Can. Today I'm here to share my thoughts as always. On this channel we talk about everyday life issues, and today I am here to talk about how we are beginning to normalize things that naturally is not a thing that we should embrace, or I'll just practically say we are beginning to normalize nonsense. That's why a lot of bad things are beginning to happen to innocent people that were not even part of it in the first place. Being civilized, being enlightened, being however woke, or however you guys describe it, it's not you sitting out there and just spilling nonsense, saying things that make when people hear it, they're sick to their stomach, confusing the young ones, and even adults who are supposed to know their right from their wrong are still carried away by things like this when they hear people talk about things like this. When we talk about civilization, there are some countries that we look up to, or we are constantly watching, and we embrace most of the things that they do, but we are not copying the things that we are supposed to be copying. Out here in the United States, I see a lot of girls working themselves out. For everything you see, most of the girls have where they have worked for it, and there's a structure in which those things work. When you see a girl ride a very good car out here, it's not because it's not anyone who bought it for her. When you see a young girl out here looking good and just having the things that her heart desires, it's not because anyone has given that to her. Most of the people here work so hard to get a kind of lifestyle that they want. There's no spirit of entitlement here, or there's no spirit of thinking that, oh, because I'm a woman, everything that I need should come from a man. We are living in a society that says if you want it, go get it. That means you have to work for it. You get a job and you go get those things that you want. You cannot completely rely on any man to provide your needs. And you also come with a spirit of entitlement and say, if you're going to be my man, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this. I'm concerned because the young ones are growing and they're watching, and we are beginning to make it look like it is normal. We are beginning to normalize nonsense. You're beginning to normalize uncultured behavior and uncultured people, and people with lack of self-esteem and what it takes to truly be a human being. If you're younger and you're watching me, trust me, hard work pay. People are still working hard to get what they want. If you work hard, you will meet someone along the line who is also working hard, and when both of you come together, you are going to create generational wealth. I'm not saying if you meet a man who wants you to be totally dependent on him, it's fine, but do not sit down there and think that it's okay for you to it's okay that because you're a woman, you have the license of just relaxing and letting man provide for you. It does not work that way. And even if it does work that way, you are worth nothing to yourself. And this is not me encouraging bad behavior or supporting bad behavior. Today, when we wake up and you are online, you hear things like someone was on her way to school and she got kidnapped, and when they eventually see the person is dead, and some of the person's private part is no longer there. It's because women are out here putting men in constant pressure. If you're not this, you can't be my man. Let me show you some of the clips I'm talking about. Things that make me feel like we are beginning to normalize nonsense.
I can't necessarily date someone that lives on the mainland.
If you live on the mainland, I don't care. As long as if I call you at 11 p.m., you're coming to my house.
I feel like, but then even if I call you at 11 p.m., you probably give me some story of how it's too late. Then there's police on the street. I can't come.
What kind of...
So how are we going to spend this quality time?
My men need to roll with Mopol. Hello? What you mean police on the road?
Imagine this. A woman saying, I can't date a man that lives on the mainland. It's like you saying you can't date a man that lives in Queens, Brooklyn, or the Bronx, or if you're living in New York, it's like you saying you can't date a man who does not live in Manhattan in one of those high-rising buildings where you pay $5,000 to $10,000 as rent in a month. So you're trying to tell us that those men who live in Queens, Brooklyn, and the Bronx, they don't stand a chance with you. That is nonsense. Like, what are you like? That to me, that's a high level of ignorance, because you are not facing reality. If you're facing reality, you will ask yourself, how many men have the opportunity to live in those high-rising buildings in Manhattan? And who say those men who live in the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens cannot do well for themselves? You that you're talking, where are you living? Let me say you manage to find your way to the island. How well are you living? Who is paying that bills that you're living? Who is paying for those lifestyle that you're pursuing out there? If one of your men stop paying today, can you still afford that lifestyle? Let's stop putting negativity out there. Let's stop putting unrealistic expectations out there for people who are coming right behind us, or for people who are even older and still do not know the difference between the wrong and the right things that they see online. It's not a nice thing at all. Being civilized, being modern, is not stupidity. It's not you just sitting down and completely ignoring reality and just spilling things or saying things that make people sick to their stomach.
If you cheat on me, I will cheat on you back. On God. If I'm able to come to you with a proposal like, hey, I have this business idea. What do you think about it? And you can power it, I will be turned on. My will be wet.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
I really like all the guys.
And the second video, she was talking about how if a man can foot her bills, she will be wet. Do you know, are you aware that if you're truly that woman that you're claiming to be, you will constantly be surrounded by those men who can do way more than paying your bills? Then I ask you, how many men are you going to be wet for? How many men are you going to be wet for? So you were saying if 10 men can foot your bills, you're all going to be wet for 10 men. This is so classless. This is so, I don't even know the right word to use. And that lady out there is someone's role model. That lady out there is someone is out there looking up to her. And this is what you give out to people, that if you meet a man who pays your bills, you will be, that will put you on. I pray that very soon you're going to meet 200 men who can pay your bills. And at the end of the day, we will be going with you with a mop, so that we can mop as you move from one place to another. Because I am telling you, there are men out there who can really do way more than paying your bills. So if you ask me, I would say it is time that you put your energy and your effort into giving yourself that life that you truly want. And one of the common saying that I hear these days is that we are not asking for too much, or we are not asking for what we cannot provide for ourselves, or what we cannot afford. That's one of the best line I've been hearing women talking about these days. We're not asking for too much, neither are we asking for things that we cannot afford for ourselves. If you can't afford those things for yourself, why are you asking? Sometimes you don't even need to ask. If you have the right man, you do not need to ask. That man know exactly what to gift a woman. It's because we are out here having relationship for the wrong reasons. And that's why we are meeting animals all in the name of men. And you guys are out here stressing innocent people for nothing. Men, I will tell you, have a lot of love to give to women. Men are not as bad as people are portraying them to be, but I will tell you that my Nigerian sisters have made men. When you hear about Yoruba demons, they created them. Men, I don't think they were the way they are born the way they are acting right now. When you put so much on, when you tell a man who truly loves you that if you can't afford this, I can't date you, what are you turning that man into? I will tell you, you're turning that man into a monster. And that is why a man will go extra mile to go and get himself involved in shady things illegal things just to have a money to get a girl that is not worth it. Any girl that's out there trying to stress you out, trust me, man, that girl is not worth it. Justice for men. Act like, I don't even know how you guys are coping as men out there. It's really, really difficult. Someone would say, I'm a very spontaneous kind of person. I want to get up and go. Get up and go as what? Did your dad has the airline, or do any of your brother have air? Like, where did you guys come up with all of these things? You just want to be like, I ask again, what does civilization mean? Civilization is not about sitting out here and dishing out bullshit. Sorry about that. Civilization is not you sitting out here dishing out BS. That is not civilization. Civilization is, if you want something, go get it. Find a means to get what you want. If you meet a man who is ready to cater for you, trust me, by all means relax. But if you don't have such man, work towards getting the lifestyle that you truly deserve, or work with somebody who you already have to get to that lifestyle that you truly deserve. When they say hard work pays, or nothing good comes easy, it is no joke. For every good thing that everyone, not everyone, but truly for every good thing that most people have, they did work for it. Enough of the spirit of entitlement and, oh, because I'm a girl, I'm supposed to get this, I'm supposed to get that, because I have a big butt and a big breast and a good shape. That is my meal ticket. It's no longer a meal ticket, and that is not civilization. Wake up, women. We can do better than what you're doing right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next episode.